ordinarily understand the level of things. So I think he should engage more professional in that area. In fact, he should find source even in NNPC to really work around with, so that they can give him a better guide on how it, because he has expended a humongous amount to that refinery. So, and for it to work, that's when he will recoup the money he must have borrowed to do that refinery. And for the refinery to work, citizens of Nigeria will benefit, federal government will benefit, the whole Africa will benefit. So I think the onus is still on them today. They should use that as business acumen to actually deal with people, to balance and have a headway in its operation.
Okay, as an economist now, let's do a bit of analysis. If Dangote refinery were able to get all that it needed, the crude and, rather than importing into Nigeria, if NNPC were able to provide all that Dangote refinery needed for refining and also giving down to downstream and to eventually to the end users, as an economist, do a bit of analysis, not looking at the landing cost, because we know NNPCL is a major importer of this, but then Dangote is a local refiner. So not looking at the landing cost, if you were to do an analysis, what is the projection? What do you think Nigeria will be gaining from all of this at the end of the day?
Right. The first thing that it will kill is that cost of transportation. Because if you look at the landing cost we're talking about, why NNPC is so important, you recall that they also use forex to go and buy. That's number one. Number two, the cost of transportation would have been part of it. So that would have reduced the amount at which a common man on the street will buy the fuel. Because if it is 617 by NNPCL now, by that time you would have removed the transport will not be less than about 40% of it, because dollar is everything. So if you kill that transport, to have been help. Then another thing that it will boost the Nigeria economy, because that simply means we have competitive power again. Then in the long run, it's now purchasing power of common man on street. It has a way of affecting the purchasing power, because if you look at it now, our things are expensive because of forex. But if you have sufficient forex and we are now exporting, when you export and you have balance of payment and balance of trade, country and even government will get much more revenue. The people on the street will buy fuel at the reduced. If I thought it reduced by 100 naira, I think it's something. If you are buying 617 and they are now selling 570, it means a lot to common man, and it will have a multiplier effect on the generality of the purchasing power of Nigeria.
Thank you so much for that deep insight. Now, just before I let you go, it came to my mind because we know that Angola is also a major oil producer, not even looking as far as Saudi, Aramco and all of that. But let's compare Angola and Nigeria side by side. What do you think is the position of Angola against Nigeria when it comes to oil production? Are they doing any better? And what do you think Nigeria should be looking at to gain from their experience?
Right. I think in terms of production, I think they have much more stability compared to us, because we have what we call policy some and sort. If you see, none of our refinery is really working, and we are bigger economy than them. We should be doing well than them. But in the long run, I think Nigeria will benefit more, because by the time Dangote starts fully, by the time we also have our refinery back on track, Nigeria is going to be better compared to Angola. Even if you compare the size, even the technology, what have you, Nigeria is much more advanced, and we have much more buyer compared to them. So the thing is, we just make sure that we help and support them. And Dangote should also cooperate by submitting himself. He should also not blackmail the NNPC. He should submit himself to them, their regulators, and follow whatever he needs to follow. I think it will be a win-win situation for both Dangote, federal government, and the citizens of Nigeria.
Aliyu Elias, economist and development expert, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching Global Business Today. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more for you. Do stay with us.